comicspriceguide.com presents Tales from the Geek. I am Aaron the Mechanic.
And I'm impressed she got it right that time. We totally didn't do about 7 takes.
No,
already.
not at all. I don't do this weekly.
It was like...
He's like amateur hour over here.
Something like that. Speaking of amateur hour, hi, I'm Michael.
And we're at Dragon's Lair, and
I'm an expert in being an amateur, especially at Dragon's Lair. See?
Nice.
We're here. You can't see it. We've moved again. Not like the store. We have moved to this location in the store.
I wish...
So you can't see much behind us.
I wish you could, because there's a huge...
There's like an 8-foot tall Deadpool next to us. You'll see.
Yeah, you'll see. You will
see.
see. But he's looking at us like this.
He's giving you the finger.
All right, we got some comics. Not the bad one, just this one.
Just
the knowing.
Pointing at you.
Got some comics.
I mean, yeah, we got a lot. See, they're over there. Oh, you meant these? You mean like we always
beautiful.
do, like every week?
Yeah.
I am feigning ignorance. See how funny that is? It's comedic.
You feigned it.
This, however, is not comedic.
Ghost
But
Rider?
it is the all-new Ghost Rider. And it's not even really all-new. It's just called Ghost Rider. But he used to be the all-new Ghost Rider.
And now he's not new anymore. He's just Ghost Rider.
He is still somewhat new. But he's not as
He's
new.
not all new.
He's not all new. He's like mostly new. He's not all
nearly dead.
He's mostly dead.
Oh, mostly dead, that's it.
But he actually did die in the first series. And then he got possessed by, spirit and he became a Ghost Rider. This is Robbie Reyes. You see, if you're familiar with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you'll know him from that TV show. He's got his own comic. Again.
Boom. It happened.
It's not just a comic with him, it's also a comic featuring the totally awesome Hulk.
The Hulk? Oh.
So you might see some team-ups, some collaborative effort, possibly even your typical superhero misunderstanding fight. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it is pretty awesome. I was a big fan of the all-new Ghost Rider when he first introduced this character of Robbie Reyes, and this is basically like the same concept, the same art,
you're still going,
same
still
style,
like it.
same stuff. So if you like Robbie Reyes, or if you're interested after watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's the comic you need right there.
Check it out now. Funk Soul Brother.
Right about now, which has nothing to do with Batman.
Oh.
But you know how much we love Batman here at this store.
Dragon's Lair in Austin, Texas.
We sell a lot of Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. First try. All right. This is the first Batman annual. As you can see there, you see DC is doing some annuals now because it's been about a year since their rebirth, relaunch. Maybe not a year, maybe like 8 to 10 months.
Yeah, it's about right there.
But it's close enough. Whatever. They're doing some annuals. There's actually a Superman annual as well this week. Gonna shout out that right now. But the Batman annual is much cooler, if you ask me.
Batmanual?
Yeah. See
Oh,
right there?
I like that.
Yeah, it's
wordplay.
funny. If you, this actually reminded me a lot of the, what is it? Arkham Origins, Arkham Knight. One of the Arkham games where it's set like at Christmas. It's like Christmas Eve. I think it might be Arkham City, maybe.
It's not.
It's one of them. It's not Asylum. I know that much, but it's one of them because this is actually.
I'm like, nope.
It's probably the best one, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was great.
My opinion. This is actually set in winter. It's all sort of winter, like not really themed, but set in sort of the winter, and he's sort of dealing with the crowds at Gotham at winter. There's
so is the Penguin there?
There's a couple different stories. There's one with a weird, team of acrobats and he's very suspicious of, and again, I don't want to spoil too much. There's one featuring Harley pretty heavily, so if you're a Harley fan, of course, you'll get a little bit of her. Couple short stories, basically, for an anthology in this nice little DC annual right here. Only $4.99, which is not too bad for a nice big book like this.
Comes out once a year.
First rebirth annual. Like I said, Superman's also got one. You can check that out as well.
Now this one, I feel like we've talked about this, or
we've talked about
it was going to come out.
Like it.
Okay. And what is it?
We've talked about the prequel series to this,
Oh,
which was Death of X, but this is Inhumans versus X-Men IVX.
Number 0.
Number 0. 0 is not even a number. 0 means nothing. But this doesn't mean nothing. This is actually, see, it's Inhumans, that's Medusa, and X-Men, that's Storm, and Beast just wants to do science. He's like the Egon of the group, if you ask me. He just wants to do science. He doesn't care.
Just let me do my science thing.
But this is basically the sequel to the prologue to the prelude of the Inhumans versus X-Men. Issue 0, basically, of the big IVX event. Lately, in the sort of X-Men comics, they've been hyping up this conflict with the Inhumans and the Terrigen Mist, and all these mutants are dying, and they're basically leading to this right here, this big conflict, kind of centered on Beast, at least his first 0 issue, where he's sort of coming to some scientific revelations about the Terrigen Mist and what the sort of the life of the Inhumans does to mutants and how we can fix it or how we can't fix it.
And would you want to also? Like,
there's not too much like action in this. It's a lot of story setup.
That's why it's
Emma
all
Frost,
sciencey.
yeah, Emma Frost is also pretty heavily featured in this, so I think she's probably going to be a major player in the crossover event. And if you read the Death of X miniseries, like the 4-issue miniseries, it was just before this, you'll know that the stakes are pretty high for our favorite mutant family, I suppose. So
fingers crossed.
We'll see what happens. Inhumans versus X-Men, but
good read.
So that's the comics I've got right here. But I do have a couple more to mention. As you are probably aware, not last week, but a couple weeks ago, I believe, we talked about the first issue of Serenity.
Yeah! Number 2's coming out.
Number 2 of the new Serenity series, No Power in the Verse, I believe it's called, is also out this week, and there's a nice cover with a couple of the cool characters on it. It's very nice art.
Do they have Kaylee?
They don't have a Kaylee cover, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
No.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
There is issue 2 coming out this week, as well as something I'm very excited about is Saga, issue number 40, which may seem weird to shout out, but it is, I believe, if my math is correct, the final or second to last issue, or close, like very close to the end of this current arc, which is a very big, like, epic conflict they're having, and all the characters sort of coming together after being apart for a long time. So if you're interested in Saga, that's wrapping up. After you've been following it, that's wrapping up. Issue 40 is a pretty big one. I mean, every issue kind of is a bombshell for that series, but it's very cool. And everybody loves Saga. And then another big thing to mention is if you're a fan of Brian K. Vaughan and his Paper Girls series, the second trade paperback, second volume of that is also out this week. And we sold the first one quite a little bit. I know it's very popular about the 4 paper girls who go and maybe travel in time, go to the 80s after being in, or go from the 80s to like the 2000s and stuff. It's a whole time travel story. There's aliens and stuff.
Who doesn't love that?
It's kind of like Stranger Things. You really should read it if you like Stranger Things. That actually just reminded me of it quite a bit. Now that I mentioned that. Unintentional shout out, Stranger Things, which I haven't
Keep it
finished.
strange. Speaking of strange, we've got some news for you. Hey, look, I did a segue because we're going to talk about Doctor Strange and how it has grossed more than any other. I think Iron Man had it, right? Iron Man
number 1 did have the sort of the proverbial crown of highest grossing solo movie debut.
No mo.
But the Sorcerer Supreme has stolen it from him with magic.
Did you watch that?
Money.
I finally watched it last night.
I have seen Doctor Strange. It's pretty good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think we're not going to spoil anything, but it's getting close to like the time where you can't complain about spoilers anymore. It's been out for so long.
I know. I can't believe I only saw it yesterday.
But I personally really love the final conflict, I'll say, against the main villain. And the ingenuity that Doctor Strange showed in that final conflict was really nice.
Oh, so amazing. I had no idea.
It was really well written, and it was a very smart in-character moment that I liked a lot. So if you guys have seen it, you probably know what I'm talking about.
I'm getting goosebumps just by thinking that.
Yeah, it was a great moment. It was very smart, and I liked that it was so radically different from so many other superhero movies. I never would have guessed.
I never would have seen it coming.
But Doctor Strange, solid movie.
Shout out.
Fantastic stuff.
We've got Guardians in the Galaxy 2 trailer is out, and then also Lego Movie Batman?
Yeah, Lego Batman movie, which that trailer is very funny to me. I'm very I think I saw the Lego movie once, and I didn't really get too into the whole Lego movie thing with the.
It looks hilarious. I can't believe I haven't seen it. I've played the games, but I haven't seen it.
With the non-franchise version, but the Batman one looks really, really funny. So I am very glad they're doing that, and the trailer is pretty good.
Yeah, and then we've got Emerald City. So it's an adult spin on Wizard of Oz. Check it out on our site. We have a link to it. It is amazing, and Wizard of Oz, Kansas, huge fan.
She's from Kansas, did you know that?
I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I'm from Kansas. Everyone knows now, unless they're new.
Jayhawks.
Rock Chalk!
I don't know what a Jayhawk is.
Okay, we got 2 more things. Cons.
There's 2?
2.
Cons?
We got 2 cons.
You mean conventions?
Yes, 2 conventions.
Not like con men?
Not con artists, no.
Not con artists?
No, conventions.
They're fine too, if you know what you're doing. If you're good at it, fine, whatever, but conventions.
That's what, So we've got Great American Comic-Con, which is in Las Vegas this weekend.
I'm going to go to Vegas soon. I'm going to go to the Gamma show next year in Vegas. So if you're going to Vegas, see me there at Gamma.
Next year. But this weekend.
This weekend is
Great American
Comic Con.
So go check that out.
Convention.
And then while you're on conventions, that next weekend, so the weekend of the 10th, we've got Charlotte Comic Con, which is in North Carolina.
Really? Charlotte's in North Carolina? I didn't even know.
Geography lesson.
You learn something new every day.
Geography.
Good old
got math and geography.
Math,
we can teach you guys
geography,
everything.
and humanities. We teach humanities here.
That too.
Liberal arts. We're a liberal arts show. That's what we teach here.
Oh, Renaissance man over here.
Renaissance, indeed.
I like it. I think that's everything we have. We'll pass it off to Shivs and Giggles. They're going to show us some of their holiday spirit. They're getting geared up already. So, or, Christmassy, Hanukkah,
No, I mean
that
like
kind of,
spooky, like Ghosts of Christmas Past.
Oh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, that's a good
Just
one.
because you can't see them
That's a good
doesn't
one.
mean they're not there.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Hey, Shivs and Giggles here. We are going to be making costumes today that match our shirts. So I'm making a Poison Ivy costume, May is doing a Catwoman costume, and Em is doing the lovely Harley Quinn. And we will be having a photo shoot later with our costumes. Okay, so I have the lovely May here to model as I explain what I'm going to be doing for my costume, Poison Ivy. So I'm really going to be focusing on her belt, her bodysuit, green legs, black gloves, the wreath, and of course her, signature red hair. And I'm going to go ahead and get started right now on the bodysuit. Okay, so to start, we found this bodysuit inexpensively at Walmart, so nothing fancy. It had enough coverage that I was comfortable with, but not so much that we're limited by it, so I can put extra flowers here and kind of get the shape and neckline that I want. And then we went to the craft store and found some beautiful poinsettias. I'm going to cut off these petals and put them all over the bodysuit. Alright, so to get started, I'm just going to use a hot glue gun, and I'm gluing on the back where the spine is. Little glue on each side. And then I'm kind of structuring the neckline. Ooh, and be careful because hot glue will burn you. I'm going to do one more. Kind of hold it down until it's dried, and then there's kind of my finished back, hopefully what the front will look like. I need to kind of put a little more glue right there because it's separated as we were putting it on the mannequin. I've obviously been working, okay? Let me work it, let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it in reverse.
Alright, so for my costume, as you can see, I'm going to be doing a crisscross kind of Harley Quinn thing, but it's more like pajamas, so it's nice and cozy and kind of cash. So I'm going to be focusing on doing the sweater with a white fringe at the bottom. I've already purchased some red and green elf tights, which made that super easy. And then I'm going to be making the headpiece and buying some ear antlers. So what I'm doing for my body piece is quite complicated. I have purchased two very expensive high quality sweaters. $5. And then I will be taking those, cutting them up, and sewing them together. Then I'll be using the scraps in order to kind of create a little beanie kind of thing going on.
Once I'm done making my Franklin sweater, I will be able to cut a nice little thin strip at the bottom and sew to the bottom of it so that I've got the nice little Santa Claus clip on that in my costume.
My costume is probably one of the easiest of the three. It's my basic Catwoman costume, and then I just have a Christmas sweater on top, which luckily this time of year, ugly Christmas sweaters are in season. So So I started with a basic Christmas sweater from Forever 21, and then I created a template, Batman's face, off a picture found on the internet, and then I cut it out of felt, and then I embroidered his eyes, and then what I'm going to do next is embroider the edges onto the sweater. And then I will be Catwoman. Hi guys, thank you for joining us tonight. We just put together a couple little projects to help us for our photo shoot. So as you can see, I finished my Batman ugly Christmas sweater, and I will totally be wearing this to the work holiday party. Shh. Very cool. I finished my bodysuit. There's a couple more, I think, petals I'm gonna add, but it's looking good. And then I've got the start on my Harley Quinn costume. So I've got the body part done and a nice little white fuzzy stuff going on. So last thing I've got to do is make my headpiece and I'm good to go. Be sure to stay tuned for our photo shoot, which will be coming soon. We can possibly make it rain. Points on the bodysuit. Not like this. No, she is not good at the crafts.
Okay.
And then bam,